Hi Leo, welcome to your June 2025 career and love reading. Let's see what the month of June has for you in career and love. We have so many cards. Let's see if they come back out. Okay, we'll put them back in and see what happens. I hope you guys are doing well. Please don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you can. If you like the content. We're going to do three cards for your career. We're going to do Lenormand first, and then we're going to do tarot clarifiers. And then we're going to do three for your love, and three tarot clarifiers after that with each deck. I have two decks that I work with. So let's see. And three cards for Leo's career. And if you're finding this at a different time into the future, just apply it to your next month. Not the month that you're in, just the following month that you're waiting for. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this one, and I want that one. Done. So for your Lenormand, you have the child, the bear, and the woman. The signifier. This is your signifier card. So Leo, however it is that you self-identify, this is your card. This is who you, this is basically my reader, right? The querent. So you have the child, and then you have the bear. So interesting that in a career reading, the bear comes out. The bear talks about finances. It talks about your income specifically. So it looks like you're going to be possibly getting a new stream of income here. Yes, you will be getting a new stream of income here coming in. So this might be a new project for you or a new position. I don't feel like it's a new job specifically. You'll know your situation. It might be a new full-time job type thing, but it feels like it's something new, something small, something maybe like a side hustle or like a side project or like some kind of thing that you didn't realize you're going to make money out of. Or someone pays you to like help them with some handiwork or to move. Like a friend tells you, hey, can you help me move? And then all of a sudden you get like, you're up $200, right? You're like, what? All right. I didn't know it was a paying gig. Something like that. So I do feel that it's going to be something small. Did I say that earlier? So Page of Cups. This is going to be offered to you. I think it kind of comes out of like left field a little bit. It's something not really fully expected, I think. But I don't think you're expecting to get paid for this. Whatever work you're doing, if it's helping someone, I was going to say taxes with their taxes or something. I know it's like late and you should have filed them like a few months ago, but sometimes you get extensions right until August. Or if it's helping someone, like I said, around the house, or helping them with like a yard sale, or helping them with their small business. They have a like farmer's market or food fair or some kind of event to go to for their small business, and they need someone to help, or some catering, right? Like they need another server, whatever your situation is. I feel like you're going to have like a little bit of an income stream coming up out of nowhere, something you don't know about yet. But you'll find out. It's in June, so it's coming up. It might be during the day as well. It might be like a daytime event. Sorry, guys. One sec. The star. Wow. Oh my gosh. So getting the star and the sun together in a reading is very significant for me. First of all, because the sun is the brightest star in our sky. So it's sort of augmenting this particular part of the reading, and it's something new. What's so beautiful about it, though? Like, what's so beautiful and new about it? It's almost like it might be a family business, or it might like either your family or someone that's a friend that's so close that you consider family, or a family that you know that you're like, one of their cousins is sick and you need to step in or something, right? I don't know what this is necessarily in terms of like who specifically it is for you. You'll know your situation a little bit better. It also might be kid related, so maybe like a babysitting, like you're going to babysit someone, and all of a sudden, like, that's going to bring in something for you, like an extra $50 plus pizza and a movie or something, right? I don't know how to explain it other than it's going to be something small, probably family, friend related, during the day. I guess it could be during the night now that we have the star as well. But this is sort of like, it's giving me the feeling of, okay, I have the example. let's say you volunteered at you volunteered at an event, right? Like a gala. And you were volunteering at an event and it was for a good cause, blah, blah, blah. And so you were like trying to help raise money for whatever awareness it was, right? But it's like a gala. So you have to dress up and you're kind of hosting people or what is that? Like ushering people left and right. And once you're done with your shift volunteering for this position or for this thing, they ask you to stay and be part of it. And then you kind of are part of the party for the rest of the night. It's sort of like this, you give a little bit and you end up getting more than what you even thought you were going to get out of it. And it's sort of emotionally fulfilling as well. There's an emotional fulfillment here. It's like a very happy sort of event, happy space that you find yourself in. The Chariot, yeah. How beautiful. This is exciting. It's fun. What I'm feeling is fun. And this is an event. It feels like a one-time thing. It doesn't feel like it maybe like an ongoing, or if it is an ongoing thing, it's sort of like there's a pinnacle of excitement in this specific project or this venture, whatever this is. But you're going to have to put in, you have to put in, you have to sort of, there's an element of you investing in some way, in some sort. Yeah, and it's going to be quick. It's going to be over quick. I feel like it's just like a one-time volunteer thing or event thing or activity that you don't necessarily see coming. That's so funny. I don't think I've ever got something like that before. Can we get another clarifier here? Because the Chariot is all about making things happen. In the Chariot card, you have the Black Sphinx and the White Sphinx, and the Chariot sort of moves forward. Like the Chariot, by the very the way that he moves the Chariot, you see how he doesn't have reins. He's moving the Chariot out of sheer force. So there's going to be an element of effort that you have to put in to make this happen for yourself, to make it sort of move forward. You're gonna have to extend effort, yes. And I'm getting an element of time. Like you might be running late and part of you might be like, oh, I'm running late. I just kind of don't want to do this anymore. But if you just push through and make it happen, it'll happen and you're going to have a great time. Maybe strategize and plan your day a little bit better. This is better. This is time management. This talks about time management. So you want to be very careful and conscious of how you spend your time in the time leading up to this event or during the length of the project. Getting enough rest before before you go or as you're preparing, making sure that you have a very good balance between putting a good amount of effort but also taking some time to rest. This card for me also, the Four of Swords, talks to me about gratitude. So the story behind the Four of Swords is that when men, and I unfortunately don't recall what culture this was, sort of this card was drawn after. But the history behind the Four of Swords is that soldiers would go off to war. And of course, many of them would die. But the soldiers that returned from war, their first night back home, they would go and they would sleep in their coffins as a sign of gratitude for having made it through and having been alive and not dead in that coffin. And so this picture shows a soldier coming back. I know they usually make it all the same color, but it's actually supposed to signify the soldier coming back and sleeping. And see how his hands are like this? He's in gratitude for having his life been spared despite all of the struggles and challenges that happened out in war and the people that weren't able to make it back. This is also a sign of sacrifice and gratitude for the lives that were lost during the war. I'm sorry to get so heavy in a career reading for a month. I just mean to say that this card, even though often we see it as a sign of rest, it's also a sign of peace, and more importantly, it is a sign of gratitude. So I think you're going to be very, very thankful and very appreciative of whatever it is that happens this month for you, June 2025 or whatever month this is for you, because I do think that it's sort of like the stars align and this sort of just happens. It's a very serendipitous type of either project or event that's going to happen for you, and it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun. It's going to kind of light a fire under you. Yeah, so thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's do your love. Let's move on to love and see what you have there. You guys have to tell me what happens. Oh my gosh, I'm so interested in like knowing. I would love for like a friend to be like in a farmer's market or like somewhere like that and like need help. I'd be like, yes, I want to go help your little kiosk. That's so cool. Okay, love. Let's do a quick shuffle. Love for Leo in June 2025, please. Love, what can Leo expect in love? Sorry, I don't want the glare to be on it. So you have the ring, the ship, and the cross. Okay, so there's a little bit of a tough situation or a difficult cycle that you've been in as it relates to your romantic life. The cross is usually talking about some of the more difficult feelings like sadness or depression. It talks about grief, and it talks about the burden that we carry within us. Sometimes that may or may not include trauma. Okay. Apply that to your situation. It could fit into some of those categories, none of it, some like one or two of them, however many. And it has to do specifically to your romantic life also, and the cycles and the patterns and the behaviors that you have sort of displayed, their partner has displayed, or a cycle that you currently find yourself in or have been in recently. Again, this could be grief, guilt also, or shame, depression, past trauma. Okay. It feels like this cycle of whatever these feeling, whatever, choose your feeling, whatever it is that you felt in the past, has come and gone. It's been this sort of like ups and downs roller coaster throughout either your life or for a long time. I can see it going back for a while. And I think that you were feeling better for some time, and now you're kind of feeling it again. It's kind of nudging at you. It's pulling at you a little bit, okay? So let's see what's going on. Is that one card or two? That is two. Guys. Okay. There we go. One card. There we go. Yeah. I'm sorry you're going through it. Let me just say that because it feels... I can feel your energy, so it feels... I get it. Okay? I do. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's nothing to be shameful of. It's just, we all go through it. We all go through some of those feelings sometimes. And sometimes it hits us harder than other times. And sometimes some of us go through more stuff than others. And so it really, feelings that you thought could only get so deep get sometimes deeper. Yeah, this just echoes the exact same message. Judgment talks about things. Judgment is about Judgment Day, basically, right? If you believe in Christianity, if you know about Christianity, it's about Judgment Day, the day that people expect for, God, the Messiah, to come back, to return, and for us to be repenting of our sins and to really look at our lives about with what has happened, how we've lived our lives, our values, our beliefs, the depth of our character. But it talks about returning things, which makes sense here with the cycles, which is what I was telling you, feelings, deep feelings of emotions, shame, guilt, grief, trauma, whatever it is, returning, kind of resurfacing, right? But it also gives us, when that happens and when you feel these emotions sort of rise within you, remember that it gives you the opportunity to work at it again. If there have been times and moments in your life where you have felt those feelings and you've come out the other side and been better for it and gotten over it, if you've gotten over it once, you can do it again. And I know it gets tiresome because it feels like I was doing so much better and now I'm back here again. How did I end up here again? No, it's progress, okay? It's progress. You've made progress. And sometimes it's difficult because, you know, sometimes when you're in a specific emotion, it could be anxiety, for example, or other emotions or feelings, you can spiral a little bit. But if you've already sort of overcome this, at least to some degree in the past, you can do it again. And I do see that you're trying here. You are trying to sort of push back on these feelings because they can be very strong. And something about these feelings, I almost get a sense of nostalgia, like a sense of bittersweetness. I don't know what feeling you're dealing with here, okay? I don't know if it's shame or embarrassment or guilt or trauma of some sort. Whatever feeling sort of takes you and holds you, right? That you feel like you can't free yourself from, or that gets very difficult for you to sort of manage. There's something attractive about it to you. There's something that pulls you into it. There might be memories associated with these feelings that are nice, and then you spiral into a negative space for some reason. But that's not your fault. Memories can be good or bad or both, right? But that's sort of the situation that I see here. And let me get some more clarifiers. But I do see you trying to get out of it, which, like, you're a fighter, Leo. And you're a fighter not just because you're a Leo and you're a fire sign and you're a fighter by nature. You've really been through your fair share of pain and tough times. And you really have done your absolute best at sort of fighting back or fighting off these feelings. And you know what's interesting? I don't get the sense that you're shoving it under the rug. I don't get the sense that you're like sort of sweeping it under the rug and forgetting about it or denying it or avoiding it. I feel like you're going through it, and that's why it feels so intense to you, is because you are allowing yourself to go through it, right? Because there's something there's something in this feeling that you get something out of it. That's what I'm getting. I don't know. I know it sounds confusing. Maybe you'll know your situation a little bit better. I don't know. I've never given, these messages are all kind of different. Yeah. Again, you guys, there's a nostalgia. I said nostalgia. The Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia, of looking back to the past and history. It might also be related to family and childhood or children. Whether it's your childhood or child or past. If it's romantic, because this is romantic, could be a past love, a young love, your first love, or it could be something related to a family member that was involved that this situation has to do with as well. And I know it's supposed to be a romantic reading, but I do feel love and I do feel family very strongly. And I also feel this sense of nostalgia. How interesting is it that there's this little child and there's a boy and there's a little girl and he's giving her the flowers, right? And then here we see him kind of grown up, showing his cup of love again, this time to an unknown person, right? These feelings are dating back a long time. I said that earlier when we saw these cards. I said this has been going on for a while. This is a pattern, a cycle that has been happening. This is deep rooted. This is from long ago. And you have done your fair share of internal work. Remember I told you, you do not fight it, like you don't avoid it. You go head first into it. You almost like sort of accept it and embrace it, but then it hurts, right? So it hurts. The Hermit, the Hermit is a card of this man going out into, you see all like the snow and like the outskirts and just kind of navigating all by himself. He isolates to figure himself out. This is the time of, this is the season of our life where we go within, okay? Where we go within ourselves to figure out our stuff. And you have been doing that fair share of stuff. And look, we see the sun and the stars again in your love reading. Leo, something happens in June 2025 that's very positive for you. I almost feel like that event that we talked about earlier in your career helps you get out of this feeling, get out of this spiral, out of this pattern, out of this sort of cycle. Or at least, maybe not in permanently, but it helps you with those feelings, that feeling of either isolation, whatever it is, honey. It doesn't matter what feeling it is. It's a very strong feeling. It's both good and bad. It's very bittersweet. It's very nostalgic. It's deep-rooted. It goes back a very, very long time. You've been through the cycle before. That event or whatever event is coming up, or whatever financial thing you've got going, or opportunity, or, you know, special thing, say yes to it. Say yes to it, because it's going to help you get through this part of this sort of, you know, part of your life as well. I see very good things happening. And I don't exactly know who, what, when, where, or how, but I do see there being a very strong connection between that opportunity, whether it's a volunteering opportunity, an opportunity to help someone, because I do see you helping someone and you getting like something out of it, something emotional out of it. And I think I said that during the career reading, and I see that connected to this particular romantic reading. So whatever this is, whatever this feeling is, you're going to feel better in the month of June. If you've been struggling, and I'm sorry if you have been struggling, or if you are struggling, you'll get out of it. You have before. You've navigated away from it before, right? You'll do it again. In the long scheme, in the long term of things, though, I suggest that maybe you have looked to your support group, your support team, to help you through times like this. Getting someone, at least one person, one friend, one family member, someone that you, even a therapist, right? A counselor, whoever, that keeps you sort of, that helps you sort of pinch you to bring you back to your beautiful, wonderful life sometimes, I think is a good thing. So if you need to talk to someone about it, if you need to go have a cup of coffee with someone, or go, you know, grab a drink or a boba, which I love, or a smoothie because it's going to be super hot this summer, go and do that with one of your friends or one of your family members if you can, because people are far away. Try to schedule some FaceTime. Try to schedule something on, you know, WhatsApp or whoever, whatever. There are ways to get in communication with someone to get you out of this tiny little bit of a funk, okay? And we got to put some plans in place for something more long-term to carry you through, so that when this feeling starts to rise up again in the future, there you have some solid pillars, whether it's your support group, your support team, whoever that is, to help you through it. Because it takes a village, and it doesn't even just take a village to raise a kid. We're all kids, right? We're all kids. And so it takes a village to be a healthy, operating, functioning adult too. All right, Leo. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow. And I'm excited to hear about your month in June, and I'd love to know how it resonated with you. I'm wishing you and hoping you all the best. Blessings to you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.